Today we will talk about the chapter 1 and 2 test review. Chapter 1 and 2 test review. First question, evaluate the expression. So those are exponent. So we will use the rule of exponent to simplify. 3 times 5 negative 2. 25 is 5 square times 5 square, 25. 3 is 9. 9 is 3 square because 3 times 3 is 9. And put the parentheses and negative 2. 15 is 3 times 5. It's a 15 and put in the parentheses to the power negative 2. Then 3 exponent is 3 to the power 1, 5 to the power negative 2, and 5 square. Copy done. And this use the power rule of exponent. Power rule of exponent is a to the power m to the power n equals a to the power m times n. This we call power rule of exponent. So tying together, exponent tying together, m times n. The base is 3. 2 times negative 2 get negative 4. Then this one, we use power rule of product. Power rule product is 3 times ab to the power n equals a to the power n, b to the power n. This exponent go in each base. This we call a power rule of product because a times b product. So this negative 2 go into each base. 3 to the power negative 2, 5 to the power negative 2. And then you can do either way. You can do the 2 product rule, or you can do either way. So now I'm doing this is the same, equal. 5 to the power negative 2 equal. So cancel, get 1. Get 1. And then you can do your own order. My order I do is the product rule of exponent. The 2 number have the same base. You add exponent. 1 add negative 4. So product rule, it's a to the power m, a to the power n. If they have same base, a, you add exponent m plus n. This we call product rule. Tying together, you add exponent if they have the same base. So 1 add negative 4. So 1 add negative 4 and copy done, 5 square, and copy 3 to the power negative 2 done. Then add together, 1 add negative 4 get 3 to the power negative 3, 5 square over 3 to the power negative 2, copy done. And then this one, you can do directly subtraction, or I use negative exponent rule. Bring 3 to the power negative 3 done, and change negative 3 to positive 3. And this we call negative exponent rule is a to the power negative n equal 1 over a to the power n. This we call negative exponent rule. So 3 to the power negative 3, bring down to the denominator, change negative 3 to positive 3. And 3 to the power 3. And then the 2, you can product rule. Same base is 3. You add exponents. 3 add negative 2 and get 1. And numerator still have 5 square. 5 square is 5 times 5, so it's 25. 3 to the power 1 is 3. So simplify. And you can do your own way. There's a very express way to do. So if you start it over here, 3 times 5 negative 2 times 5 squared times 3 negative 4 over 3 negative 2 times 5 negative 2. We start over here. You want to do a quick way. If you do quick way, you can do is those are 3, base is 3. If on the same side, on the numerator, you add together 1 add negative 4. On denominator, subtract negative 2. Because product rule, you add exponent. And divide, use quotient rule. Divide. Quotient rule, it's a to the power m over a to the power n equals a to the power m minus n. Subtract exponent rule. So divide, product, you add exponent. Divide, you subtract, minus negative 2. And the same base, this same base is 5. Product, you add exponent. Divide, you to subtract exponent. Subtract negative 2. And simplify it. 3. 1 minus 4. Negative become plus 2. 5. Negative 2. Add negative 2 is 0. Negative become positive 2. Then this is 3 to the power. 1 minus 4 is a negative 3. Add 2 is a negative 1. 5 squared. And then you bring 5, and this is our numerator, so it's a 5 squared still on top. And this bring down to the denominator, change negative 1 to positive 1. That's negative exponent rule. A to the power negative, and you bring down to the denominator, negative n change to n. So then use 5 squared. It's 5 times 5 is 25. 3 to the power 1 is 3. And you can do your own order, your different order, or your own way, as long as you feel comfortable way. Question 2, simplify the expression. Both are fourth root. Both are fourth root. So this is apply the radical, the rule of radical. Radical rule, it's product rule of radical is nth root of a times nth root of b equals nth root of tying together a times b. Quotient rule is nth root of a divided by nth root of b. Divide, then you can, if both are nth root, so put nth root of a over b. So this is use quotient rule. Both are fourth root, so you can put fourth root of a over fourth root of b equal fourth root of a over b. So as a numerator, 81. 81 is separate because 9 times 9 is 81. And 9 is 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. So 81 is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is 3 to the power 4. Then x to the power 5, and then y and z squared. Denominator is 16. 16 is 4 times 4 is 16. 4 is 2 times 2. 4 is 2 times 2. So 16 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 2 to the power 4 is 16. Then x and y and z 6. Copy done. So equal to fourth root. And the y cancel. And 3 to the power 4 copy done. 2 to the power 4 copy done. And this use quotient rule of exponent. The same base is x. Divided, you subtract exponent. 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1. And this also, same base is z. Then you do 6 minus 2, but put on denominator. 6 minus 2, put on the denominator. Then equal to fourth root of 3 to the power 4. x to the power 5 minus 1 is 4. And 2 to the power 4, z to the power 6 minus 2 is 4. They all fourth root. So 4 over 4 is 1. 4 over 4 is 1. 4 over 4 is 2. You can, this we call, if a to the power m, nth root equals a to the power m over n. That's exchange from radical change to exponent, from exponent change to radical. So this 4 over 4 is 1, so 3 to the power 1. 4 over 4 is 1, so x to the power 1. 4 over 4 is 1, so 2 to the power 1. Z, 4 over 4 is 1. Then 1 you don't need to write out. So, and the next question, simplify the expression, this s cubed. And then here's the quotient, and this is a exponent. So we will use the power rule of quotient. Power rule of quotient is power rule of quotient. It's a over b to the power n, and this power exponent go into each base, a to the power n, b to the power n. So use this one to do. This we call power rule of quotient. Power rule of quotient. So this exponent, a over b to the power n, this n go in each base. So negative 2/3 go to the numerator, negative 2/3 go to the denominator. Here, negative 27. Negative 27 is negative 3 cubed. Negative 3 cubed. Then use power rule. A to the power m to the power n equal a to the power m times n. So this exponent tying together. Tying together 3 and the 3 cancel. 3 times negative 2/3. 3 with 3 cancel. Get x to the power negative 2. And then use power rule of product. This negative 2/3 go into each base. So, and use power rule. Power rule, this negative 2/3 times 3. And the y, negative 6 times negative 2/3. This times this times this. And then x to the power negative 2. This time together, 3 is 3 over 1. So 3 with 3 cancel. Get negative 3 to the power negative 2. Remain negative 2. And this also 3 and 6 cancel. Get negative 2 times negative 2. Get positive 4. So y to the power 4. And then switch. If a negative exponent, you switch up. Change to positive 2. The base is negative 3. If this negative exponent, you switch down. Change to positive 2. And the base is x. So get x squared. X to the power negative 2. Go down to the denominator. Become x to the power positive 2. Negative 3 to the power negative 2. Go up to numerator. Get negative 3 to the power positive 2. Then simplify. Negative 3 squared is negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Then x squared y to 4. The final answer, the exponent need to be positive. So if a negative exponent, we have to change to positive exponent. So next question is find the equation of line passing through the two given points. So this use slope formula. Slope formula, m equal y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Order, y change, 2 minus negative 4 over negative 1 minus 2. This minus this over this minus this. Y change put on numerator over x change on the denominator. It's not negative 1 minus 2. It's not x minus y. It's y minus y over x minus x. It's not x minus y over x minus y. No. So then simplify here. Net become plus. And 2 plus 4 is 6. And the -1 minus 2 is -1. Add -2, you get -3. And divide it, get -2 is the slope. Find the slope and use slope point form. Y minus y1. This is a point. And the slope is -2. And point, you can use this point or use this point. One of the 2 points finally is the same answer. So if I use this point, y minus 2, slope is -2 equal, m is -2, parenthesis, put the parenthesis, x minus x1. x1 is -1, so it's x minus -1. Remove the parenthesis. Y minus 2 equal -2. And here minus minus become plus. Then distributive in. Get y minus 2 equal -2x. Negative times positive is -2. Then add the 2 both sides. Add 2 both sides. So you get y equal -2x. And you can check it. If x equal -1, -2 times -1, y equal 2. So y is 2. And if x is 2, -2 times 2 is y equal -4. So here y is -4. So the 2 points satisfy this equation. So that's the right answer. And next question is question 5. Solve for the inequality. Find the maximum revenue R in dollars given that 12 parentheses 2R minus 320 less than or equal 4 parentheses 3R plus 240. So you look at 4 and the 12. Here's multiplication. So 4 and the 12 common factor is 4. So we can divide both sides by 4. So 12 divided by 4 cancel, get 3 times this factor. 2R minus 320 less than or equal. This 4 cancel, get 1 times 3R plus 240. Then this, remove the parentheses. Distributive in. 3 times 2R is 6R. Minus, still minus. 3 times 320 is 960. Less than or equal 3R plus 240. Then you do subtraction property. Minus 3, you bring all the R term on one side, constant term on the other side. So I minus 3R both sides. The quick way is move 3R to the left, change the sign, change to minus. So get 6R minus 3R. You add 960 both sides. The quick way is move this minus 960 to the right-hand side. Minus change to plus. So quick way is move over, change the sign. 3R move over, become minus 3R. Minus 960 move to the right, change minus to plus. Now the like term on one side you can combine. 6R minus 3R is 3R. 240 add 960. 240. So it's 240 add 960 is 0, 0, 1, 2. Yeah, it's 0, 1, 2, 0, 0. Yeah, correct. Now, then you divide it by 3 both sides. Because here is 3, so you divide it by 3 both sides. So R should be, because you divide it by positive, so is less than or equal 400. So R is revenue. Maximum. Find the maximum revenue, not review, revenue. revenue R. Revenue R. So the maximum, because revenue has to be less than or equal at most 400. Less than or equal 400. So maximum is $400. R's in dollars, so put $400. So then next question, the markup on a used car was at least 25% of its current wholesale price. So current wholesale price, if the car was sold for, after markup, from current wholesale price, markup 25% of wholesale price is going to be the sale price. So if the car sold $11,200, so ask you, what is the maximum? What is the wholesale price? What is the wholesale price? So we can assume, since ask you what is the wholesale price, so we assume X is a wholesale price. And we solve for the X, we got the answer. So from this wholesale price, add 25% of wholesale price X. So 25% times X, that's equal to the selling price, $11,200, and get equation. Solve for the X. So X is 1 times X. 25% change decimal is 0.25 times X. Then the two term, like term, have a common factor X, and get 1 add 0.25. Get 1.25x equal 11200. Then solve for the X. So you divide it by 1.25. You divide it, you can use calculate, divide it, get $8,960 is the wholesale price. And question 7. The management of a Cobico, a giant conglomerate, has estimated that X $1,000 is needed to purchase 100,000 times -1 plus square root of 1 plus 0.001x shares. If you have X $1,000, then can purchase so many shares, so many shares of common stock of Star Communications. For X $1,000, you can purchase so many shares of stock. Determine how much money Cobico needs to purchase at least minimum 100,000 shares. So this is the share. The minimum want to be 100,000 shares. So this has to be ask you how much dollars needed, which is solve for the X. How much money, how much dollars, which is X. X $1,000, you can purchase so many shares, and now want to be at least 100,000 shares. So you let this number of shares greater than or equal, because at least, so at least is greater than or equal 100,000 shares. So you got this inequality, greater than or equal. At least minimum is 100, so it's more than this 100,000, so it's greater than or equal. And solve this. Now solve this because both sides have 100,000. So both sides divided by 100,000 and cancel, get 1. So remain -1 plus square root of 1 plus 0.001x greater than or equal 1. And then we isolate this radical term. So you add 1 both sides. Make this -1 to the right-hand side. Add 1 become 2. Then only this square root of this on left-hand side. You square it. then you can remove this square, 2 square. Remove the radical, square root, and get 1 plus 0.001x greater than or equal to square is a 4. Now solve for the x. So here's 1, so you minus 1 both sides. So this one cancel, and you got 0.001x greater than or equal 3. Then solve for the x, so you divide it by 0.001 both sides, and this cancel, get 3 over 0.001. Since it's 3 decimal digits, so this decimal point move to the right 3 positions and get 3,000. So is x is greater than or equal 3,000. So you how much money you need to purchase at least 100,000 shares? You need 3,000 thousandths. So is this is x minimum. You need at least minimum because need x is greater than or equal. So it's the minimum you need. X is 3,000 shares. At least minimum 3,000 shares. X in thousands. So it's 3,000 thousand. So this 3,000 thousands. This is x. X thousands dollars. X is $3,000. This x is 3,000. So it's 3,000 thousandths. So that is 3,000 times 1,000. So totally is 6 zeros. So it's $3 million. At least $3 million. You can purchase at least 1,000 shares of stocks. Then next question, question 7. So next question is question 8. The concentration in milligram per cubic centimeter of a certain drug in a patient's bloodstream T hours after injection is given by, this is a concentration. This after T hours in patient's bloodstreams, the concentration of certain drug is 0.2 T over T squared plus 1 milligram per cubic centimeter after T hours injection. Find the interval of time when the concentration of the drug is greater than or equal to 0.08 milligram per cubic centimeter cc. This is we call cc, is cubic cc, cubic centimeter, which is 1 liter, cubic centiliter, cc, centimeter. So which is this concentration has to be greater than or equal 0.08. So you let this greater than or equal 0.08 and solve for T. Now then you do both sides times by T squared plus 1. Because T squared is greater than or equal 0 plus 1. So this must guarantee positive. At least equal 1. More than 1 or equal 1. So T squared plus 1 is positive. So both sides times T squared plus 1. This side cancel. This side times right side times by T squared plus 1. Put the parentheses. Since times by positive, so positive number, so greater than is still greater than. Don't change the inequality symbol. Then you remove this decimal, change to whole number, to integer. So here is 2 decimal digits. In order to become 8, you have times by 100. So both sides times by 100. So 100 times 0.2t is the 20. So you move decimal point to the right 2 position. Get 20t greater than or equal. This 20. So you move decimal point to the right 2 position. Get 8 parenthesis t squared plus 1. And then you can cancel common factor because 20 and 8 common factor is 4. So you can cancel first. So both sides divided by 4. 20t over 4 get 5t. 8 over 4 get 2. And distributive 20t over 4 get 5t. 8 divided by 4 get 2 times, put the parenthesis, t squared plus 1. And then distributive in. And get 5t greater than or equal 2t squared plus 2. And then we are going to make all the term on one side. The other side is 0. And I always want to keep this leading coefficient positive. T squared term coefficient positive. That easier to factor. So instead of, I do not move 2t squared to the left. That will make this leading coefficient become negative. So I keep positive. So I move 5t to the right. Change the sign, become minus 5t. And the 2t squared still, plus 2 still. After you minus 5t. So this side becomes 0. And rewrite, put this on the left. 2t squared minus 5t plus 2 become less than, because this side, this is a pointer smaller, and this side is wider. So this 0 is greater than, that means 2t squared minus 5t plus 2 is less than, so it's become less than or equal 0. So get this inequality, quadratic inequality. First of all, factor it. Factor, you can use your own way to factor. And I use a trial error method to factor it. Factor it. So factor 2t squared minus 5t plus 2. First of all, I change to equal 0. How to factor? You can use your own way to factor. How to factor? First of all, 2. 2 is 2 times 1. Put it on first column. Constant term is 2. And you can put it on second column. 2 times 1. If you put this way, cross times it. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. Add together equal 4. You have to match with negative 5. If matched, that's the right one. So this is not right one. So I try. This we call trial error method. 2. Leading coefficient 2. Factor as 2 times 1. Constant term 2. Factor. This time I try 2, 1. I switch. If I times it, 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. Add together is a positive 5. But we want negative 5. T term coefficient is a negative 5. We want negative 5. So I put negative, because negative 1 times negative 2 is still constant term, positive 2. Constant term 2 you can factor as negative 1 times negative 2. Leading coefficient 2 is 2 times 1. Cross times it. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. Add together is negative 5. This is the right one. Fit this t term coefficient negative 5. So this is the right factor. Then attach t. Because 2 times 1 comes from 2t squared term. That t squared separate t. And put the parentheses. So factor become what? Become 2t minus 1 and t minus 2. 2t minus 1 times t minus 2 equal 0. I solve for equal 0 first. You can check it. Check it by FOIL method. 2t times t is 2t squared, which is this. 2t times t is first term. FOIL, first term product, 2t squared. Outer term product, 2t times -2 is negative 4t, which is this. 2t times -2 is negative 4t here. Negative 4t here. And inner term product, -1 times t is a positive t, which is a negative t. -1 times t is a negative t combined. So outer term product, negative 4t, add with the inner term product, negative t, combined is a negative 5t, which is just this. Inner term product, outer term product, add together, combined, is negative 5t, is the middle term. Then last term product, we call FOIL. Last term product, -1 times -2, which is a positive 2, which is this. -1 times -2 is positive 2. So you check it is right. So you can solve it. Solve it, you find two solutions. First one, 2t minus 1 equals 0. Solve it. T should be 1 over 2. Or t minus 2 equals 0. Solve it. T should be 2. And put the two number on real number line. The smaller one on left side, the larger one on the right side. On right side. That is for make equal 0. And now this question want to make less than or equal 0. If less than or equal 0, the answer should be between. Less than or equal 0, the answer should be between the two number. Between the two solution. Because any number, if between it, the number like here, this 1/2, here it's 1, here it's 0, 0, 1, 2. So this 1/2 and 1 is here. You plug it in. 2t minus 1 is 1, is positive. 1 minus 1 plug in is negative. Positive times negative is negative, is less than 0. Any number, because any number greater than 1/2, you plug it in here, will be positive. Make 2t minus 1 positive. And since less than 2, you plug it in here, in t, minus 2 become negative. So positive times negative is negative. So any number between 1/2 and 2, plug it in. Make one positive, the other factor negative, tying together is less than 0. That is the solution, satisfy this inequality. So that is the solution. So t should be less than equal to or greater than equal 1/2. If you write interval notation, will be use bracket. 1/2 to 2, use bracket. Either way, you can use this. This we call set builder notation, or equal. They are equal, or use interval notation. So question asks you, what is the t will be? What is how many hours make this greater than or equal 0.08? The hours is how many seconds? It's t should be hours. How many hours? It's not seconds, hours. So will be half hours to 2 hours. Half hours to 2 hours. Between half hours and 2 hours, here is t hours. So unit is hours. So it's between half hours and 2 hours, from 0.5 hours to 2 hours. The drug concentration in the patient's bloodstream is greater than or equal to 0.08 milligrams per cubic centimeter. So here is less than. If less than, the answer is between. Between the two. And which is make less than is negative. So between the two make negative. If this inequality is greater than 0, the answer should be this side. The 2 interval is greater than 0. Now here is 1 u less than 0, so your answer is between the 2. Now if here is greater than 0, then you have to answer this interval and this interval, the two side interval. Question 9. Metro department stores annual sales in millions of dollars. Why? Annual sales. Why? And during the past 5 years were the following. And here x is represented years. Past 5 years. X equal 1 until 5. Past 5 years. And x equal 1 is $5.8 million. X equal 2 is $6.2 million. X equals 3, $7.2 million. And 4, x equal 4 is $8.4 million. 5, if x equal 5 years is $9.0 million. Question asks you want to get an equation of the straight line through the points corresponding to the first and the fifth year. First year is 1, x is 1, y is 5.8. Fifth year, x is 5, y is 9. 9.0 is same as 9. So that 2 points. And use the 2 points, determine a straight line, and find the equation of the line. So, first of all, use slope formula. Slope formula is y minus y over x minus x. So, y1 minus y2, 5.8. Or you can do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Either way, it's the same slope. So now this time I try y2 minus y1. 9 minus 5.8, get 3.2. 5 minus 1, x2 minus x1, get 4. Divided is 0.8. That's the slope. And then you can use slope point form or slope intercept form. Either way, I like to use slope point form. Slope point form is y minus y1 m equal m times x minus x1. And point, the 2 points, you can pick up any points, either this one or this one. Finally, it's the same answer. So if I pick up this point, y minus y1 is 5.8 equals slope is 0.8 times parenthesis x minus 1. Then you got y minus 5.8 equal distributive in. Got 0.8 x minus 0.8. And then change to the slope intercept form. You add 5.8 both sides and get positive 5. So slope intercept form is y equals 0.8x plus 5. Slope intercept form. You can use slope intercept form to do, which is y equals 0.8x plus b, and figure out the b. How to figure out the b? You can use this first point or second point, doesn't matter which one. Finally, is the same answer. So now I try second points. Y coordinate is 9, 0.8 times x coordinate is 5 plus b. So the 9 equals 0.8 times 5 is 4 plus b. Then minus 4 both sides, get y-intercept b equal 5. B equal 5 and plug back in here and get y equals 0.8x plus b is 5. Substitute in and get the same equation. Either way to do. Now b, using the equation found in part A, which this equation as the line, to estimate Metro's annual sales 4 years from now. 4 years from now. So this is past 5 years. And so 4 years from now, now is here. So this 6, 7, 8, 9. Now is this. This is past 5 years. And then now, from now, 4 years. So 1 year is x equals 6. From now, 2 years from now, x equals 7. 3 years from now, x equals 8. 4 years from now, x equals 9. So that should be x equals 9. So use 9, plug in x. Get 0.8 times 9 plus 5. 0.8 times 9, 7.2. Add 5 is 12.2. So then you have final answer. You have to put it in units. So 12.2 million. So 12.2 times million. Million is 6 zeros. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.